In a world where ordinary men can excel doing ordinary things, this man has single-handedly lowered the bar. From the scrambled mind that brought you Mad Madness and Beagle Rare comes this underwhelming Friday night special event. Matt Porter is the Blendigeddon 2 World Champion and the 2020 World's Top Whiskey Taster. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your glass and shake your ass for ADHD Whiskey Live.
Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey, everybody. It's Friday night, and I'm not boring, I promise. If you're here expecting some boring-ass slob in a brown shirt, you're in the wrong place at the wrong friggin' time, because this is anything but boring. This is excitement at its peak, at its finest, at its Thanksgiving turkey titty tip of the titty twister, tip of the title. I don't know. We're back. We're back. Friday night. Day after Thanksgiving. Hopefully, all of you had a wonderful, amazing, beautiful, fantastic, spectacular, glorious Thanksgiving. And you are still full from the leftovers and the pumpkin pie. I am here, fresh off of some stuffing and baked beans. House smells like it. Also, some sweet potato friggin' casserole, which shouldn't even be on the main menu, should be a dessert. But sometimes they give one to the home team. And by the home team, I mean me. Just putting sweet potato casserole, I don't even, like, how do they even include that in the main course? I don't know. But around here, I guess it happens. There are marshmallows in it. I like it. Just saying. Just friggin' saying. What's happening, everybody? Thank you for being here. Oh, yeah, Jason. Boom. Yeah, I didn't tell Jason that I was doing this tonight, so surprise, motherfucker. Kobe's in the house. What's happening? Ron Wells is here. My mother is here. Hopefully you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, everybody. Mom, I love you. Jason, I love you. Both of you, Kobe and friggin' Drum. The Mash, the man, the Jason Glory. Eric B is here. Matt Kappa's here. I am not gonna get backed up in chat tonight. Tonight, you've seen it. It's a brand new Matt who keeps up with chat. So in order to do that, what I have to do is just scroll through all the comments that mean the world to me to get to the bottom, so I get caught up already. Darrell's in the house. What's up, Whiskey Saint? Darrell's here. Ben Wilkins is here. Tony Bag of Donuts, Gobble Gobble, Mr. Porter time for Barrel King. Actually, always that time. Cheers, y'all. Yeah, what's everybody sipping on tonight? And I want to know this. Any of you score any super fantastic Black Friday bourbon deals? And if not, any Black Friday deals that weren't just shitty deals that you can get every other day on Amazon.com? Any good scores out there? Anything that's still worth a shit on the biggest shopping day of the year? We went out today and we ventured out. We ventured out into public, and I'm still coming down from it. There's so many people. They don't give a shit about nothing. They don't give a shit about nothing. Whew. But we made it through, and now we're home. We're in the peaceful confines of the garage. We're ready to do this. What did Kobe just say? Jason be sweating like, that's great turkey meat. No disrespect. Oh, did she tell the story already in chat about how she got a bad turkey? Bad turkey. I mean, listen, they're all bad. There's not a good turkey out there. Most overrated meal on the planet. The gigantic bird that just walks around in people's yards and shit. Just like, If it was good, if a look, listen, honest, if an animal's good eating, it doesn't wander around people's yards very often, unless they're stupid. Like occasionally you get a dumb deer. It's like, hey, nice yard and nice road. Can I walk down your street? But that's like pretty uncommon because deer are delicious and they know that about themselves. Freaking turkeys do whatever they want. They're like, what are you going to eat me? Huh? You going to dry your mouth out for a few days? Didn't think so. Safe. Suburban Taco picked up some sockeye salmon and sea scallops and some badass local bourbon barrel-aged stouts. Nice. Sockeye salmon. Sea scallops sound delicious. Ben Wilkins at my local store had a custom Art of the Spirits blend that is shockingly good for the $50 sale price. Holy crap. $50 is great. Roy Blake says DrumKey. You got DrumKey? How'd you do that? Wasn't a deal, but I got Brook Hill yesterday. Ooh. Heard good things about that. Turkey 12-year 101. Nice. Getting class up on some 12 summers and close to the end of my first bottle with only one backed up. They're so like I can't. They're good. The 12 summer is, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I love it. I love it hard. And I just love it that I love it very hard. What about a cow that gets out? Good point. They're both, it's not a wild cow though. That cow is like, it knows it's delicious and it knows that it's gonna get eaten anyway, or milked to death, right? So it's for a cow to get out, the cow's trying to escape slaughter, right? A turkey wandering from the wild into public, into a residential area. That's the opposite. The turkey's like, hey, unless you got some fixins, I'm gonna be disgusting. Cook me however you'd like. Randall the Express is here. Can't wait for the release next Friday. Yeah, so today, what I'm gonna do, didn't tell Jason, don't give a crap. Sorry, Jason, I love you. But I also love this DrumKey, the debut, a lot. And every time I taste it, I text him pretty much. And I'm like, dude, wow. So I thought, why not put it up against some things that I think could possibly, like, you know, get in its way, maybe confuse me a little bit, things that I enjoy, but I want to see how DrumKey, the debut, stands up to them. This is what we got on tap. But listen, first things first. Okay, this is what we got on tap. Stag. We can do 24A or we can do an older thing. Doesn't matter to me, whatever floats your boat. We have Jefferson's Reserve Cask Strength, which is shockingly good. I heard good things about it, and then I didn't know if the good things that I heard about it were right or not. Bought the bottle, tried it. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. 130 proof Jefferson's Reserve Cask Strength. I might be at a backup of this. I might end up getting a backup of this Jefferson's Reserve Limited Edition Cask Strength. They put limited edition on it, so you know it's good. Jason, quickly, if it's not too late, what we should do is write limited edition on every DrumKey spirits release. The debut, just write limited edition on it. Guarantees it's good. Guarantees it's special. Guarantees it'll sell out. And even though it means none of those things, to me it means all of those things. And that's why they put it on the bottle, to impress me. Limited edition. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Also, we had a Woodford Reserve Batch Proof 121.2. This is what I would consider to be, I haven't had this in a while. And I do remember being turned on and turned off with this, but I don't even remember what this tastes like. But I do know it's like $180 or some shit. So it's an inexpensive bugger. And I don't know. This is going to be fun because it's like what type of flavor profiles go, like, how is this going to work out? How's it going to play out? I don't know. We could just sell out George T. Stagg for this if we want. We could do that. Jason, you want to know? Me? No? Well, it's up to you. And then we have a Blanton straight from the barrel, 128.5 proof. So the proof point of the DrumKey spirits is hanging out in there, hanging out with these cats at the 123 proof of DrumKey. But first, like we always do, we have a blind whiskey to taste and review. I grabbed one out of the box and I put it in here. It's not King of Kentucky. I don't think. It's in here though. So let's grab it, pour it, review it, and score it. Hand. Focus. There. Gonna open it, open the hand, and then reveal to the camera. If you can see what it is, then good for you. No spoilers in chat. No spoilers in chat. If you can't see what it is, then we'll learn together later. Okay. America. Clean glass? Oh yeah. That's it's a big one. All right. I flipped the tube upside down and now I can't. There. Out of sight, out of mind. Let's get into it. What's up, Mojo? Bless ups to you as well. Wouldn't that be funny if it was King of Kentucky? That would be funny. But I don't think that there's a King of Kentucky in the 1 ounce Wednesday box. I've been surprised before. But that looks super dark. If there was a King of Kentucky in there, it would be the color of that. That is ultra dark. Got some Jefferson's Ocean. If you want something that will impress you, you'll be impressed. Maybe just not in a good way. I like that. Limited edition, handwritten in a Sharpie. Oh, or just glass marker, because it's so limited edition that even the marker on the bottle is limited. Eventually, it's not even going to say limited edition anymore. That's how limited it is. Family isn't real big on turkey, so we cook a prime rib instead every year. I'll never go back, right? So my brother-in-law and sister-in-law bring over a prime rib for Christmas. We have prime rib for Christmas each year, which is nice. Nice of them to do. Either that, I cooked I forget it. You know, I talk a lot of shit about turkey, and then I'm like, why don't you just make ham? Because you can't really screw up a ham. Pretty sure I screwed up a ham today, which is impossible to do. But I feel like it should have been fine. It's pre-cooked and everything. Well, how did I dried out a ham? Oh boy. Gentleman's cut? What about it? What about the gentleman's cut? Do you not? Crap. Oh, was it limited edition or what? Damn it. See, I told myself I would not get behind. And I did. Because I don't know what we're... Okay, gotta keep up. Ooh, this smells nice. Jim Collison's here. What's up, Jim? At the end of the night, what do you do with all your half full glasses and unused portion of samples? Unused portion of samples, depending on what they are, some of them get blended. It really depends on what they are. Some of them get blended into my big carboy that is full now. Some of them get blended into a really special blend that I have at home. It wasn't an old Charter bottle, but it's in the birthday bourbon bottle now because it's like so good that it's set aside for special occasions. Gonna restart a new blend like that. The half drank ones, those are a different story. The half drank ones, a lot of times, unfortunately, unless they're like, I might pour them back into sample bottles and save them for later, stuff like that. But a lot of times they just get left out, and in the morning I'm like, shit. Then they got to go bye-bye. But it really just depends on what they are. If they're super special, then they find a special home. Kind of like this whiskey's about to do inside of my body. Bacon wrapped turkey. just the outside's good. Outside's good. All right, this smells nice. Ooh. I'm getting some dang. Really dark fruits, and this is either possibly finished or old, but I can't quite put my finger on it in the first few sniffs. It's very like purple, like plums and dates and grapes. Huh. Familiar, but also kind of like out there a little bit. If this is a finished product, it smells tremendous for a finished product. It smells so good that it almost smells like a naturally, like these scents came naturally out of the barrel, because they're very well like they're inside the whiskey itself. There's not like an outer, it's not like a frosting on top of a whiskey like some finishes are. It's more like it's intertwined and intermingled in this. Man, it's thrown me slight Buffalo Trace vibes, but not major Buffalo Trace vibes. It also thrown me oaky vibes, but not like, okay, hear me out. This is just me spitballing here. This is how my brain works. A lot of times when we taste whiskey that's really old, it has a really oaky nose. There are distilleries, however, that when they get older, they get better and more thick and viscous and like fruitier and stuff. But the oak is kind of, the oak ages with the flavor, and the oak just kind of turns into it's not oak forward. Buffalo Trace is one of them. MGP is the other. Like those two things, those two distilleries, their whiskeys age and don't get extra oaky. Well, aside from like Van Winkle's, old Van Winkle's get pretty damn oaky. But I'd say they just get more Buffalo Trace. This kind of has that to it. Oh, no, than my damn nose. Oh, that's fuller than I thought. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Pretend like that didn't happen. Down the hatch. Oh, but the hatch be my mouth and not my nose. Oh, wow. What the hell did I grab out of there? That is really good. Oh my goodness. That is fruity and dark and thick and oily and high proof and just like, that's the whole package. That kind of tastes like DrumKey. Kind of. What the hell is that? My nose is burning. My upper lip. I'm spilling it in there. Oh, love your Barrel King bottles. Thank you. Appreciate it. Second sip. I don't know what that is, but that is phenomenal. We're kicking off the night with that. Holy shit balls. That, it's very chewy. The end gets a tad dry, a little bit dry in the back of the palate, and maybe a tiny bit of like bitterness, like a little bit of bitter molasses or something on the very back of the palate. But that is the only complaint about this. This is really good. This is phenomenal whiskey. I'm going to save the rest of it because I want to drink the rest of it knowing what it is. 8.55. That's what that tastes like to me today. Haven't had whiskey in a couple days, but 8.55. First friggin' sip of the night. What The hell's that? What on earth? That's K-Luke? K-Luke batch 5? Tastes like that? Holy fudge. That is good. That's really good. High and low rye. So is that a, it's a bourbon, it's gotta be a bourbon. That is a thick, viscous bugger. K-Luke. I see you. Anybody out there think that K-Luke is that good, or am I off my rocker? Holy shit. Damn, that's good. I like that a lot. That's wild. I feel like that could go in this flight that we're about to do and perform tremendously. That is so good. Let's see. Whoops. How do I turn on? All right. Is the chat still working? I don't see anybody commenting in chat. I know that there's only like 70 of us in here for now, but it looks like my chat is frozen. Is that honestly what's happening here? Or, oh, there we go. Yep. Her great things always. 5 especially. Jonathan Maisano is good at blending, I guess. All right, chat works. Just nobody wanted to talk. That's fine. Listen, I'm keeping up with chat tonight. Maybe that's what happens every night. I just don't realize it. Anywho, damn, that's good. Speaking of good, I am going to get into this book very soon. I got this book delivered within the last few days. I got it out of my mailbox today. And this is Fred Minnick's brand new book, sent to me directly from Fred, with 15 stamps. I don't know. I laughed, like, because I took it out of its like paper bag packaging, and my wife was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Fred Minnick sent me his new book," and he sent it the way I expect Fred Minnick to send stuff, with like a paper bag wrapping and 15 stamps, which is pretty cool. But this, not a good pour for the money. I don't know how old it is. How much does K-Luke cost? DrumKey's coming out, or he's going with DrumKey bespoke limited edition series of hand labeled bottles. Yeah. He bespeaks on bespoke a bit. He's not a fan. I don't even know what bespoke means. I have no idea. Does anybody know? Because I don't. I don't get it. Did he sign it? He did sign it, Eric. He signed it. Thank you for being my friend. Cheers, Fred. Which means a lot. But it's called Bottom Shelf: How a Forgotten Brand of Bourbon Saved One Man's Life, Fred Minnick. And I cracked it open as I was drying out the ham in the oven. And I did get to the prologue. And I start reading it. And I'm like 2 paragraphs in, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm going to read the hell out of this book really fast. I don't read books. I'm sure there's got to be a lot of us who don't read books. If I'm the only one who doesn't read books, then this probably explains a lot about my brain. But I am going to read this book cover to cover. It seemingly is Fred's whole story. And I didn't know if I was going to do this or not, but let me read the first 2 paragraphs, because just I would say a wild amount of vulnerability he put into this, and I'm Let me just, it says prologue, rock bottom. The belt was fastened around my neck, tied to a metal shower rod firmly bolted into the wall. I jumped off the edge of the porcelain tub. My feet dangled a mere inch from the ground. This was it. The leather cinched around my neck, folding, my carotid artery crushing my Adam's apple. I gasped for air. I once read that when people attempt suicide, they almost instantly regret it and try to save themselves. As I felt pressure in my eyes, like they were being sucked deeper into my skull, I knew I could stop it. If I wanted to live, all I had to do was plant my foot back on the edge of the tub. But I didn't. Like, that's how this book starts. And this seems like I don't know. I suggest reading it. This guy is what would he say? Damn it. I wish I could come up with, I need to read more, apparently. But he's a polarizing figure in the spirits industry, but he is in the Hall of Fame as far as whiskey reviewers and spirit authors and historians, probably Mount Rushmore material. And people love him, people hate him, but I don't think people know him enough to make that judgment. So this book is going to get read by me quickly, but just reading the first couple pages tonight, I was like, holy shit, this is deep stuff. And it's called Bottom Shelf, How a Forgotten Brand of Bourbon Saved One Man's Life. Thank you, Fred, for the book. I'm going to read that. Yeah. Read all the classics for us? I could. Hop on pop. Means pretend I made it especially for you at your specs so I can charge you more. Bespoke? I don't know. 110 to 140 is the K-Luke. Okay. 110 to 120. Like this ADHD fishing guy. Thanks. He does not like trains. Yeah, but it's, I don't know. I just got emotional in the kitchen reading the first 2 pages. Let's get this blind started. And while I pour this blind, I'm going to tell you about my shopping experience today, or what I would want to be a shopping experience, but turned out not. We have glass A for Stag. America. Woo. Yeah. So we went out, we hit up the stores and stuff, and the last stop we made was at the liquor store because I was like, listen, I want to stop at one, see what they got. Maybe they put out some good stuff, even though it was noon or later. Stop and see what they got. They had some things, nothing that, I don't know, they had a Blanton's Gold single barrel for $200. And I'm like, why are we charging up for our single barrels? That makes no sense. But I guess they like money. So $200 for a Blanton's Gold single barrel. Did I buy it? Nope. I am not buying marked up stuff like that. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm putting my fat foot down. We're not doing it. Glass B, America, will be Jefferson's Reserve Cask Strength. B. So I walked through the aisles and was about to leave, but then a bottle did catch my eye, and I was like, oh, do I have this bottle? And I had to look back through some of my emails and like Patreon messages and stuff like that. And it was a 2025 Boulder Cask Strength bourbon. And I was like, do I have this one? It was 66% alcohol, and it seemed so familiar. Then I'm like, I'm pretty sure I did a barrel pick in 2023. And then last year I got a 2024 version when I couldn't do a barrel pick. And then I know for sure I couldn't do a barrel pick again this year because they had a limited amount of barrels. And, but I was like, did I get the last batch one this year or last year? I went with my gut and I said it was last year. So I picked it up and I walked to the counter. Price tag on the shelf, $83.99. Let's see here. Did we do 2 already? 2. DrumKey, the debut, America, will go in C. Stag is A because it's batch 25A. Jefferson's cask strength is in B because I bought it. Damn it. It's in B because some of their whiskeys are aged on a boat. B. Jefferson's is in B for boat. DrumKey will be in C because Calori. Jason Calori. C for Calori. So I bring the bottle of Boulder cask strength to the counter, and I'm all ready to buy it. Woodford will be in D because at one point I did not like this bottle very much, and we'll see if we're there still or if it's gotten better. I don't know. It's been a while. So bring the bottle to the counter, and the dude begins to check me out or ring me up. Bing, 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 scans the barcode, doesn't work. He's like, "Oh man, friggin', not today. I don't want to do this today. The barcode's not working." So he's like, "Just gonna give it another shot." Diddle-ding. Nope, not working. Diddle-ding. It tries like 4 or 5 times. Barcode scanning, but like either not in the system or whatever. Barcode scan, no good. And then Blanton straight from the barrel will go in E. Is that E? In E. So he starts to try to manually look it up in his system, and he's like, "Can't find it. Can't find it." So he asks for some help. And the dude who's checking me out is seemingly either new or doesn't normally work with registers. Straight from the barrel in E. So he asks another gentleman for help, and the help comes. The dude's like, "Let me try to scan it." And then he tries to scan it, and he's like, "Man, it's not scanning." And the kid or dude's like, "Yeah, I told you it's not scanning. That's my issue." And then the guy's like, "Let me look it up for you by name." And I can see the kid's like, "I already did this." Looks it up by name. This guy is like, "Oh, there it is right here. Here it is. Here it is right here in the system." Then he walks away. Give the kid my phone number for my bonus store points or whatever. And then he's like, "Your payments on the screen, tap or swipe or slide or whatever, insert." And it's like $53.99. And I'm like, "Oh, son of a bitch." It all comes down to this. Am I the kind of guy who will look at the person behind the counter and say, "You're not charging me enough"? Or am I the kind of guy who say, "Sweet, half price, wrong bottle, bitch, I'm out of here"? Did a little discussion to myself on my shoulders, like, that's not the right bottle. Oh, I did it. I said it. Told him it's the wrong bottle. That's the wrong price. He looked at me like, why? Couldn't we just, this would be over if you just swiped the card. But I was like, hell no. If I leave here knowing that I paid $49.99 plus tax for an $83.99 plus tax bottle, then I'm going to feel like shit. I'm going to know I did that. So I was like, that's the wrong bottle. He's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, there's a regular version of Boulder bourbon, and then there's the cask strength. This is the cask strength. She's more expensive. The tag said $83.99. Put these on the Julie like Wheel of Confusion. So he looks back through them for the right thing again, calls the guy back over, and the guy starts looking at through the system, and he's like, "Oh, here it is." And he clicks on it in his system, and he's like, "Oh, it says it's 99 something. 99, I don't remember. 99. Okay." And he goes, "How much did you say it was?" I said, "It's $83.99. Me, by the way, my children and wife are in the car. We've already been to a jumping air place for a birthday party that morning." And what I said, let me go back and verify that. So the dude goes back there by himself, and then calls the guy at the counter on the radio. He's like, yeah, $83.99. Price match that thing. And then the dude's like, oh, price match. Let me do it. Then he's like, oh, it's not going to let me do it on this end. They're going to have to do it from the back room. And then the kid's like, okay. So I'm standing there. And the guy goes in the back, and he's like, they're going to fix it in the system. They're going to fix the price in the system in the back. I'm like, okay, this is taking seemingly a very long time. And then I'm standing there and I'm waiting. Then they apologize on 3 separate occasions for how long it's taking. I'm like, it's fine. It's cool. No big deal. Meanwhile, I know that my children and the wife are in the car just like, what in planet friggin' Plutron's going on in there? The kid asked me eventually if I can step aside while he helps other customers. And I'm like, brother, no problem. I did step aside, all the way outside, back to the truck, and left. That's what you get for being honest. You don't get a buff friggin' boulder cask strength from 2025. That's what you don't get. Damn it. 8 years old this year. An 8-year-old boulder cask strength. Should have bought it for $49.99, right? All right, glass marker. Found one. Let's see here. Scrolling back up. Sorry, I did get behind the chat. I said I wouldn't. All the Blanton's gold picks I've seen have been $1.99. I just can't do it either. Yeah, it's like MSRP is lower than that. Just charge your regular price. Then they had Eagle Rare store pick for $60. I'm like, come on. Just come on. It's your customers. Be nice to your customers. One. Like, hey, we got a Blanton's gold pick. Everybody celebrate. Everybody be happy. Not like we're going to be happier because we're going to upcharge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right. That took a while. I'm sorry. Let's get in. Not sure what this is on the bottom, but on the marker, it's numero uno. So I can keep track of these bad bitches. Giving that the old SJ, the old swirl job. Crap. Oh, I went back too far. William just got a first bottle of Joseph Magnum cigar blend before briefly going overseas recently. Somehow I knew I'd be drinking it with my son in celebration. Toasted a grandchild on the way with him yesterday. Toasted a grandchild on the way. Oh, you toasted. I see what you're saying. Whew. That took me way too long to figure out what you're saying. Congratulations. That's awesome. DrumKey C, DrumKey do. Well, yeah, congratulations, William. Absolutely. Our Experience 2 tonight? Hell yeah. This is a layup for DrumKey. All hail the Barrel Kings. I think it's going to, listen, I chose bottles that it should be hard to pick out of the bunch. That's for sure. Because profiles and stuff, who knows? There's nothing like extra old in here. They're all around similar price points. They're all Kentucky. They're willing to overcharge. I'm willing to underpay. I guess, but they're trying. I guess they're trying to fix it, but ooh, this noise already in my head. The first thing I thought of, which is ridiculous, being honest, first thing in my head was, is that DrumKey? I don't know. Ooh, glass one is. And I'm sure that, excuse me, a lot of these are going to be fruity and have a lot of the same characteristics. This is sort of tropical, almost like pineapple-y cherry, like one of the fruit cups. Like one of those fruit cups if it were, you know, substituted fruit juice with bourbon. Smells good. Glass one down the hatch. Mm. Last one is a big boy. My notes. I need to make some notes. Okay. 1. Tropical. Fruit cup. Full-bodied. Great finish. High-powered. Oh my God. That's really good. That's really good. I thought that K-Luke was good. That first glass was really damn good. Stream keeps buffering. No. I'm lagging like the jungle. Cheers all. I'm thankful for today and all of you. Damn it. Crap. Thrasher's here? Damn, am I still buffering? Let me know if there's any issues still. Buffering went away. All right, hold on a second. Looks good to me. All right. I'm gonna go ask my child to stop friggin' video chatting. That might be part of it. Hold on. We're back. So that probably was the issue, which sucks because it's supposed to have ultra friggin' internet. But my 9-year-old likes to get on the computer and chit chat with cousins and stuff. And apparently she just stopped like 3 minutes ago or 5 minutes ago. So that's probably the problem. Thrasher's in the house? Oh, I love when Thrasher's here. It makes me so happy when Thrasher's here.
It's Thrasher!
What?
It's Thrasher!
That's it? What happened to the other one? How did that one just disappear? We had... Oh.
It's Thrasher!
Don't touch your penis.
There it is. That was the one I was looking for. Wish you could be the elf on the shelf at Matt's house right now. Nah. Yeah, Kobe needed to come out with a Christmas album. Damn it. What Barrel King bottle do you have on the shelf next to the bottom shelf book? That's 81. That's my very first blend. That's my very first Barrel King blend. 81. Double platinum ascot, no big deal. I got proof. Boom. That's it. Son of a mother. I know. Yeah, we got them off of Roblox pretty early. Like they were on it for a bit, and then we're like, guess what? Never again. You're off. We kicked them off. Glass number 2. Let's go to glass 2. I do ADHD Christmas album about whiskey if you want. Kobe, listen. From your mouth to God's ears. We'd love to hear it. If that's the saying. That might be the saying. It might not be. You know what I mean? Oh, Thrasher. Wifey says hi. Sup. Sup? How you doing? Not you, Thrasher, your wife. How you doing? Sup? Ooh, glass 2 is a little bit darker than glass 1. A little bit more mysterious. Ooh. Glass 2 seems to be a little more woody. Interesting. What's the right word for that? Reminds me of like dried fruit. You know how you get like the bags of dried fruit. You crack those babies open and pouch it, and you're like, it smells like dried fruit. Yeah, that's a quality note, Porter. Good job. Don't be boring. Oh, balls. Glass 2 is really damn good. Holy shit. This is going to be okay. This is going to be a flight and a half. 2 is brighter, but bigger. It's really tuning up the mouth in every direction. It's palate overload in a good way. Pixie sticks. Almost like a cotton candy. Cotton candiness. All right. Class 3. That would be great in a rendition of the Grinch Christmas song. I'm not mean, though. I'm not mean. Don't call me rude, though. Eric, you have no idea how it works. It's not even December yet. A song a day for 3 weeks? No thanks. Dehydrated, yep. Dehydrated fruits. That would be funny. Friggin' Thrasher doing 25 songs. Oh man. Or Kobe, I mean, I'm sorry. All right. I feel like we're 3 deep with 3 different mash bills. Pretty sure. This smells nice too. This is less tropical than the first glass, but more juicier fruits than the second glass. A bit like almost like a pear, a little bit. Yeah, pears. Like those friggin' fuzzy pears. Those fuzzy, legitimate, friggin' natural pears with the bush. You know what I mean? It's a bushy pear. Down the hatch. No farts. I could have picked anything on this flight. And what I ended up doing was picking stuff that are all super good and together so far. 3 deep and 3 bangers. Goodness gracious. That was more of an explosion up front. Big whiskey up front. A big front of the palate bomb that slowly dissipated on the way back, but not dissipated in a way that like it's still going. It's like it's a big flavor rush. What a rush. And barrel char on the back. Little tingle. A little tingle back there. Oh my word. This flight's gonna be so hard. Big flavor rush. As fruity as one, but not as tropical. Big wow. Big wow. This is a hard flight. It's a hard flight, even like we're only three deep so far, but this is a good thing. It's good that it's challenging me to really pick apart these in different ways, because I don't think I've done a really high proof, similar profile-y flight in a long way. Listen, the one that should be furthest off from here should be the Woodford. So if I don't pick up on the Woodford in here, then that means that I need some work. I need to recalibrate and adjust some things in Old Porter's mouth. The Green River and the Buffalo Trace profiles are close enough where they can get confused within each other. And then the Jeffersons, tasting that, I know that that's going to fall into that same kind of realm of confusion when they're all tasted together, which is what I wanted to do tonight, just to see. Listen, if DrumKey finishes like in this, like if DrumKey isn't like, ow, then it's a winner. Like, these are great whiskeys. Maybe the Woodford, not so. I don't know. I haven't tasted it in a long time. I don't remember necessarily if I love this batch or not. I know one of them I wasn't a big fan of. Didn't check to see which one it was, but I would say this. If I can't tell which one is the DrumKey because it's a fall off, then it's a winner in my books. So far, no freaking clue. Let's go to number 4, glass 4. Little SJs for everybody. Oh. The hell is that? This one smells so different. This one is the most wood forward. Woodford? Oh, what if? I'm just saying, this one smells the most wood forward. And it sounds a lot like Woodford. And this one also smells the most different out of the bunch. I don't know, though. Because it does smell nice. Also, hey, in chat, let me know. I need to catch up on chat. But tell me this. What was the good batch of Larceny Barrel Proof? Shit. They had B524? Or was it B525? Crap. I can't remember. I saw that. Then I also saw Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A125, which was the 109. And listen, I used to buy every batch of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof I could get my hands on. But I put my foot down. We're not doing this anymore. I'm not buying any more subpar batches of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof so they can sit in this garage collecting air inside of them. I'm not doing it anymore. Not doing it. Bring back the age statement. Bring back the old shit. Nobody wanted 15-year Elijah Craig's single barrel at 90 proof. Nobody asked for that. I'm looking around the room and I don't see a single mother effer who asked for that. What I do know is this. Some of the old Elijah Craig barrel proofs had some older bourbon in them. And they were tremendous. They were crowd pleasers. Everybody loved them. They were super affordable. Listen. Take those 15-year-old barrels, put them back into Elijah Craig barrel proof. Get that age statement back on there for the good old boys. And you know what? For that, mark it up a little bit. Charge $100 a bottle. Bring back Elijah Craig barrel proof C920 and earlier. Get that flavor profile back. Get those older barrels in there and charge a bit more. Right again. Sorry. This one is what I would consider to be the more mustier fruits, a little bit more musty, a little bit more woody. The most interesting nose of the bunch, for sure, is glass 4, Dumb Hatch. That's good too. I don't even know. That one is like woody and then fruity. Oak up front, transitioning into apples, and like a caramel, green apple. Finish is lingering and long lasting. I like that. The nose to me for a bit of a curveball because it was different. The palate also different, but also like working really well. If that's the Woodford, then I need to go back and slap old Matt and ask him what kind of a snob he was. What kind of whiskey was he drinking when he gave that a poor review? Because that's really good. Like, really good. 4 is most different. Woody, leading to apples, caramel or caramel, and a long, lingering finish. This is going to be the most difficult blind ever. At least in a long time. Crap, I said I wouldn't get lost in chat and I did. Hey, there might be a snoop on the stoop coming. Just to let you know. Buller Casting has me so confused. Nephew lives in Denver and was going to look for me because it was supposedly distillery only release this year. Didn't think to have him look in stores. Yeah, I know last year they did some in stores and some online and had some at the distillery. I don't know. Maybe they didn't sell out at the distillery. Maybe they just distributed them to some stores around the state. Not sure. My favorite glass to drink from is a whiskey glass, but my whiskey glasses are all dirty. They're all dirty whiskeys. What Cheech say? The hell did Cheech say? It was so funny. Why did I get... Oh, my tummy's rumbling. Too many beans. A little premature drippage on... Oh, yeah, I'm way behind. ECBP was the most recommended bourbon in the early 2020s. Kind of saw it coming. Yeah, but like, why do it to a good thing? CNN19 tastes is older than 12 years, $65. They're unbeatable. Oh, for sure. Yeah, DrumKey's Green River. Oh man, that's beyond my scope, Chad. We need your expertise doing a blind flight of the Barrel Strength Forces recipes. Can you chime in? No. I get nervous. I get the heebie-jeebies even thinking about diving that deep into recipes and mash bills for Four Roses. Four Roses stuff are for like, if I got ultra concentrated, I could see myself doing it, but I'm not the Four Roses guy. I'm not. I kind of would like wish that there were a part of me that could dive into that, but the rest of my life is such a disaster that diving that deep into mash bills and friggin' yeast strains and shit of Four Roses, that terrifies me. I have no input or advice when it comes to that. Other than this, there are so many Four Roses experts out there. They're your best. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, pal. Or you're not something like that. Recently find the largely C922 on the shelf still. Damn good batch. Maybe. Might be. I don't know. They're all kind of nutty. Some of them less than others, but still pretty nutty. By the way, does anybody out there see a shit ton of McKenna? Henry McKenna. The reason I ask is because my oldest daughter, her birthday is December 9th. And McKenna's are all 10 years old. She was born in 2015. So I'm hoping that I can get my hands on a couple bottles of Henry McKenna that were barreled on 12/9/15. So if anybody out there is like local to a bunch of McKenna that like comes into your area, if you wouldn't mind starting in like mid-December, late December, peeking on bottles to see if you find a 12/9/2015. If I could get a couple bottles of that, it would make my day. And I would greatly appreciate it, and I'd make it worth your while. Glass number 5. Okay. Glass 5, fruity and cherry. Fruity and cherry. Cherry, cherry baby. Vanillas. This might be the only one that, based off of the nose, I think I might know what it is. Down the hatch. Maybe not, though. Oh, brother. A ton of red fruit, caramel, sweet vanilla cream, high proof. That's got to be Stag Junior. Tastes pretty staggy to me. Maybe a bit of a Stag Junior-ness to it. Cherry all day. Vanilla cream. Super sweet. Nice. Score. All right. Now we need to work backwards here. I want to retaste 4. I need to retaste all of them. 4, 3, 2. I'm going to go back to, do I want to do 2 or 4 first? Let's do 4. Now 3. Now 2. 432 on the nose. They're kind of the same and kind of different. Let me try them one again. Maybe one. I felt like one could have possibly been a Buffalo Trace product too. I don't want to guess which one is which. I'm just trying to see which one's better. So stop doing that, Matt. Stop doing it. I want to retaste two. Let me taste three first. Three was kind of in the middle of my scores. Oh, it's noise. What did I say? Three. Fruity, not as tropical. Big wow. Crap. Let's put that here. Yeah. Then try to taste these in a smart order. That's what's going through my head right now. So I tasted 5. Tasted 2. No, no. Which one did I just taste? 3? Yeah, 3. Damn it, Matt. Get your shit together. 2 and 4. Let me try 2 again. All right. Did Chloe biting his nails in the corner, or did he leave? The funny thing is this. It doesn't matter where it finishes because all these are really, really good. And for it to like be anywhere in this flight is a success, is a big win. A big, big win. I guess I didn't really expect there to be a runaway winner here, and there's not, which makes it more difficult for me to pick a winner, but also re-cements my thoughts on DrumKey, the friggin' debut, because it stands up to these all day. Like there's nothing in here that doesn't belong in here. These are all really damn good in this flight. And that's a positive thing. That's a major positive thing. Tony, if I may, what is Voltron finished in? Voltron is finished in so many things, but the major finish on it is apple brandy. That's how it started out, was a Sib Plus, which was an 11-year MGP barrel with a dash of 9-year stuff in it. So like a gallon of 9-year on top of an 11-year barrel that I had a bunch put in an apple brandy barrel after we did the September last year. So it had this bourbon barrel that was being finished in apple brandy. It went through phases, but then in its blending phase, when we started to blend it, it was phenomenal. It could have been a tremendous single barrel, but we need to turn it into a batch. So there was also a rye that was being finished in apple brandy. And we put those two together and we're like, holy shit, this is really good. Then there was one of Epsilon, I believe, some remainder of Epsilon, which had some Philly blend in it. I believe that was the case. That was also being finished in an apple brandy barrel. That was added. And we're like, boom, this is really good. Then there was my Ohana blend. The remainder of that, what wasn't bottled, like the remainder from the tank that wasn't bottled and sold, was put into a wild turkey barrel. And adding that to the blend was tremendous. And then we added a 9-year 21%, I believe, MGP bourbon to top it off. So the majority of the finish was apple brandy, but Epsilon that was also being finished in apple brandy barrel was finished in a lot of other things. So there was like finishes on top of finishes on top. It was like there might have been another barrel in there too that I'm forgetting. There was just it was a lot, but they all came together really well. That's why it was called Voltron, because there's all these different things that came together to form friggin' Voltron. Thank you for being a member for 9 months, Tony Bag of Donuts. What glass is this? 2? Did I retaste 2 yet? Crap. I don't think I did. Sorry. This is going to be so friggin' hard. Glass 2 has all these like chocolates now. Nougat. Chocolate and nougat. What did I say 2 on first? Brighter but bigger, palate overload, pixie sticks, cotton candiness. Going back to it now, it's like a 3 Mouseketeers. If those Mouseketeers were like shit-faced. That is good. Oh, man. I'm 4 minutes behind now in chat. Crap. It really is a hitter for a debut. It's so good. But that's why I wanted to do this, because tasting it, you can say all day, this stands up to these or this beats these. Like, you can do that. But unless you like do it, and I would never do this if I didn't believe that. And I didn't tell Jason because I didn't want Jason to be like, dude, are you sure? Don't do it. Like, I knew in my heart of hearts that the debut from DrumKey was special in a way that if you poured it in, I told him when we were at the St. Louis Bourbon Fest, if you poured this at the Sazerac booth next door to us, if you had this in a glass over there and all these people came in, they would absolutely love it. It'd be lights out tremendous. If it were a limited edition Buffalo Trace product, and that's what they thought that was, they would sell it on secondary for loads and loads and gobs of money, because it's not perfectly Buffalo Trace profiled. It's Green River, but it's close, but it's so good. And I was sure putting it in this flight, they would hold its own at the bare minimum. And that's what it's doing, because I have no friggin' idea what's going on here. Voltron is a beautiful amalgamation. That's a big word. And I think I appreciate that. DrumKey's first bottle, how do we get one? Barrel King Gold members and Mash and Drum Patreon are the 2 ways to get your hands on a bottle. 12 Summers versus Voltron, both are delicious. Does either stand a little taller than the other for you? Yeah, I put them blind. I put Ohana, 12 Summers, and Voltron blind one night just to see how it shook out. 12 Summers come out on top. So 12 Summers and Ohana are both straight bourbons. There's no finish on them. The Voltron is, I like it so much. It's so good, but it's different. Like, it's finished. It's obviously a finished whiskey. And the 12-year MGP mash bill, the high rye mash bill, 36% bourbon, like, that blend came together so well. The 12 Summers is still my favorite blend of the year that I've done. But Voltron is like kind of a badass. And it's friggin' beautiful fantasy label, like, and then the Voltron sticker, it's like, you're getting into something different and special. And it's my first fantasy label, my first like finished Barrel King. It's kind of dipping my toes in a different pond. And I was like, this pond is a different temperature, but I like it. Was there shrinkage or growage? Maybe. But we dipped our little toe into the pond anyway. And we came out on top. Did we have a few leeches on us? I don't know. Maybe we did. But we still thought that it was worth the dip. And hopefully you guys love Voltron because I think it's really good. The problem is this. The problem with Voltron is it was released in the same month as Bunch's blend. Bunch had this ultra secret mission that he was on, and they called it When Doves Cry. And he's like, hey, I'm in Missouri, and Matt Bunch is like, dude, try this. And I'm like, the hell is that? And he's like, this little friggin' Matt Bunch laugh. I'm like, that's creepy. And he's like, don't worry about it. But that's also something I'm working on. It's called When Doves Cry. I'm like, sounds very Prince-ish of you. And he's like, it is very Prince-ish. And it was finished in Willet barrels. I did not know that Voltron was going to be released with that because that bottle's stupid good, like dumb good. And I'm like, damn it. You know what? Sometimes you got to take second place to another Matt. And he's got a fuller, darker beard than you. And he's in much better shape. And he has a garage that's not a giant mess. And he has Pib Zero in his refrigerator. And a basement bar that would rival any basement bar you can imagine. He's Matt friggin' Bunch. And he's a superhero. That son of a bitch. Anyway, Cam's in the chat. Oh, dude, Cam, you're not working. You're working on bullshit. You know what you're working on, Cam? You're working on getting me those BTAC samples you said you were going to get me. I came home from Black Friday shopping today. Not the great thing that I wanted to do, but I came home and I was like, God, if there is anything, and by you know what, that's not true. But what I did say was this. I hope those samples are. I was gonna do a friggin' BTAC stream tonight because Cameron purchased bottles for far too much money and said he was gonna send me an ounce, and then never got around to it, but not soon enough for them to get here today, or whatever. And I appreciate him for offering. But what happened was this: I didn't get them today, so I couldn't do a Buffalo Trace Antique Collection live stream. So if what he means by working is him working on getting me those samples, you little bitch, it's a joke. Thank you for the offer, and I appreciate you, and I love you, and I miss you. And anytime those samples could be great. Also, I have some shit I need to send out. So guilty. And I know you just told me about that like 3 days ago. So also, it's my bad for expecting them before they could even get here. And there's a holiday between. So double my bad. But also, never get the chance. All right. How far am I behind now? 4 minutes. Now, a minute. I am so sorry today I didn't get Voltron. Could only nab one this month and went with the Matt Bunch Forgive Me port scheme. No. I'll never forgive you for picking the better bunches. Have you tried it yet? Did you get When Doves Cry yet? That blend is tremendous. It's so good. I love it when I taste something that I get and then I send them like, and he was concerned. He's like, is it good? Like I sent him a message. I was like, what the hell is that? When I tried it and he's like, I don't know. Do you like it? And I'm like, Bunch, shut your mouth. You shut your mouth, Bunch. You know it's good. He played it loud. He played it off like, I don't know if it's like, how good do you think it is? I'm like, you want me to just tell you? Friggin' Bunch. Piece of shit. In a great way, though. Love him. Drinking When Doves Cry now. It's so good. I'd end up with double everything member saving $15 per month. Always end up with my both offerings in the backup. Yeah. I'm sending them my promise. I'm moving right now. Loud. Gonna get them out this weekend. Dude, Cam, move first. Am I super sad that they're not going to be here tomorrow? No, not at all. You're moving. You're busy. You spent all of your shipping money on BTAC, and I get it. And I love you. And I appreciate you. And now you need to send me a sample of Beacon with them because I haven't tried Beacon, but it's great. And I know you got some. And you're hiding it from me, son of a bitch. Drinking Saz 18 currently. Nice. Mr. U-Haul? 26-footer, I bet. Yeah, you didn't need a 26-footer, but Cameron wanted to, what's the word? When someone drives a big truck because they got a little attitude on them. Compensation. Comes compensating with a 26-foot U-Haul. Fred bought 12 stamps. Fred did buy 12 stamps. No, 15. 15 stamps. Fred bought 15 stamps to send the book. Okay, I did. Shit. I gotta try one again. One. Crap. Oh. One is damn good. How is that? Is that? I feel like there's a thing here happening that shouldn't be happening. I feel like that's a Buffalo Trace product, but I know there's two Buffalo Trace products in here. They're straight from the barrel and they're Stag Junior 24A. One of them is like big timing the other one. Big timing it. I feel like one of them isn't as good as the other one. If that's the case. I don't even know anymore. It's a 10-footer. The other 16 feet are split among 6 bottles of P-TAC. Oh, sheesh. You're funny. Keith, holy shit. I just sucked up to a store owner today and gifted an Ohana today for future brownie points that I may regret. I have 4 more bunkered. I love it so much. I hate whoring you out for future store cred, but I did. That's okay. As long as the store owner appreciates it, and as long as they like it. Voltron tomorrow. Hell yeah. Voltron, I love Voltron. Voltron is great. And I don't think that if you picked Voltron over When Doves Cry, you made a mistake. I just think that, listen, I have a hard time talking about my own blends and saying they're good or anything. When other people blend something tremendous, like Bunch or Jason Calori, I have no problem pumping their shit up because it's tremendous. That's kind of what I'm doing tonight. 1, 3, 4, 5. Crap. Which one do I taste next? Oh, this is hard. We could do. Which one was the one that was different? 4? Most different. Woody, leading to apples, caramel, and milk. This flight is so close and so similar that I don't know. This is wild. I don't know how to pick a favorite out of these. That's where, like, normally we get to this point and I'm like, I think I have a favorite. And then a least favorite. But we're not even, like, I'm still completely up in the air. Okay, focus. That's what I need to focus. 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 4. 4 is okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to move that. So we have, oh boy. All right. So let's do back to I'm trying to taste these as little as possible. Because if I drink, I don't want to finish all of these. That'd be Bad News Bears. So I'm trying to get a friggin' reading on these. 2, 3, 5. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 and 3 side by side. 2 and 3 side by side. This is 3. This is 2. Here we go. It's noise. It's noise. It's noise. That was good. Man. Why can't I try something that I'm like, well, this is what, like, they're different. This has got to be the cotton candy one, right? 3? No? Damn, well. This is big flavor, fruity, but not as tropical. Big wow. I thought this was going to be the cotton candy one. That was 2? Oh. So 2 is bolder, darker, and like more, what's the word? Like, not funkier, but like, it's more expressive. 2 is more expressive than 3. But 3, its expressions are freaking wild. And like, and like, whoa. And I like it. Damn, what do I? It's hard. I'm not going to do 1, 2, 3. My order is surprisingly close so far to the friggin' literal numbers, which is crazy. We can do 5 again and try 5 against 4. We could do that. 5 was, wait, no, 5, I thought I knew what it was. I don't want to drink too much. Oh. I'm having issues, obviously. Tomorrow night will be Voltron versus Ohana. Voltron and Ohana are, I mean, there's some Ohana in Voltron, but that'll be, I never did those side by side. I put them in like a 3-way, in a nice solid 3-way, but never side by side. That'll be fun. I think that you'll find that the Ohana is, you might find bits and pieces of Ohana in the Voltron, which makes it a little bit confusing. But at the end of the day, the Voltron is just like a party gal, a party dude. Ohana is like kind of tropical and sweet and like funky and it's like it's this like Kentucky, Indiana melding of deliciousness. Voltron is the same kind of thing, but wearing no shirt, nipple tassels, strobe lights, and beer goggles. And it's like, it's like ready to rock. It's ready to rock. It has a list of songs to request from the DJ, and none of them would surprise you. They're all pretty fresh tunes. The Voltron ones. Aloha, not Ohana. Son of a bitch. Dude, Jason, it doesn't matter at this point. These are all so close in my head that it doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't, like, I could, and I'm not joking. I honestly, listen, I challenge anyone to do this flight. I would like to do this. Anybody out there, any whiskey tuber out there who wants this challenge, I will send you the same 5 samples, but 2 different batches of them. And I would love to see a night or 2 apart if you did the blind with an order, and then you did the blind again if you had the same order. These are tremendously close, and they're really, really, really good. So there's no need to be, if any of these, if I was like, listen, I don't necessarily like this one, I could see you being like, well, I don't know, but I shouldn't have done this, because now we're all like, they're all good. They're all good. I already read that. Damn it. You play one on TV? No, you don't, Tony. You freaking. Dude, all of these are very close together. You're doing When Doves Cry versus Arctic Spirit 2 tonight. Oh, that's interesting. One of them a Burai? Or wait, both of them a Burai? No, just one. I don't know. What do we got? The order I have these in are like, oh boy. I'm gonna try 1. I'm gonna try 1 and 5. 1 and 5. And then what that should do is make me for sure. You know what? I don't want to know though. Part of me is rooting for Jason here. And by part of me, I mean a lot of me. But I think I thought that the 1 and 5 were the same mash bill. Let's do this again. Okay. This is 4. No, I thought 1 and 4. Damn it. I thought 1 and 5 were the same mash bill. What am I doing? Shit's falling apart. Shit's falling apart. Okay, that's 5. Okay, 1. Okay, 1 is a big dog. 5, not so much. 4. 1, 2, 3. There's no fucking way. I need to side by side these with each other. Okay, I need to do this. Let's do this. Let's do, so 1 and 2 are, okay, 2 was brighter but bigger. I already did 1 verse. I'm having problems because these are like just big whiskeys. And I can't like separate them in my head. And I don't want to, I want an order. There's going to be an order. There'll be a porter order. There has to be. I can't just sit here and not have a porter order. 1 and 2. Should I do 2? 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4. Gosh, let's do it in this order. 1 verse. Well, if I do it that way, okay. In my head, I'm thinking if I do 1 verse 2, then pick a winner, and then do 2 versus 3, and then 3 versus 4. Like eventually, I'm going to run out of whiskey and I'm going to be shit faced. So I don't want to do that. I think I have a favorite. So let me try to pick out a second place. A second place, which is these two. I think, unless I'm wrong, what is this one? 4? So I'm going to go 2 and 3 for second place here. This is 2, this is 3. Why do these smell like so? That's the end of number 3. Oh, that's good. That is the end of number 3. Wow. There is, man, that's good. This is a fun flight, but also not fun to watch. Because what I'm trying to do is come up with an order while also trying to figure out which order to drink them to come up with an order without drinking them all. And in like an hour from now, I'm like, I'll just like to eat some leftover ham. You know? Let's do, this is 2. Okay. So I think I have a favorite out of those 2. Now let's do 4. If I do 4 and 5, what that'll do is give me, okay, let's do that. 4 and 5. Whew, power through. Okay, don't depend on the nose. It smells like ham in this garage. It smells like dried out ham. What happened was this. It was a small ham. It was like a 3.5 pound ham. Then I put it in the oven and it said to wrap it in tin foil and then do, I think it said 12 minutes per pound. And then I did that. So 3.5 pounds, I did 44 minutes wrapped in tin foil. Then it said, when you unwrap, like after that, put it under the broiler after you add the package of whatever they put in there to like make you drip drop it on there. But I didn't do that. What I did was my own shit: honey, brown sugar, and pineapple juice and pineapple. So I did my own shit. But I put it under the broiler and smoked up the entire house. Smoked up the house, smoked up the garage. And that's kind of where we're at right now. Is everything kind of smells like broilered ham. But anyway, the outside of the ham, the glazed ham, was burnt and pretty much done, judging by the smoke. I take it out of the oven, still cold inside. Still cold inside. It's BS. BS. So I put it back in the oven, and I was like, we're just going to freaking bake it for longer. Then my kids ate Raisin Bran Crunch for dinner. Son of a bitch. Fail mad. They're like, we're just going to eat Raisin Bran Crunch. I'm like, the ham will be done eventually. Just wait it out. And they're like, nah, Raisin Bran Crunch. So it's kind of where we're at. They eat breakfast for dinner. Not even a good breakfast. And the entire house smells like the smoke of pineapple, brown sugar, honey, smoked glazed ham. 4 and 5. That was 4? Oh boy. What the hell? All right, my palate's fucking shot. Oh my gosh. Now I feel like 4 and 5 are the same distillate. If that's the case, then what's the other one? Okay, I don't know. Will I still show the video? The video of what? It's all good. Will I still show the video? Aluminum foil, ... Hey, Jokel 6949. Instead of ... dotting, give me the info. Aluminum foil bad? 4 dots. The only thing 4 dots ever did was make somebody wonder why the fudge there's 4 dots. Share the info. Then I'll know. 4 dots didn't help anybody. Okay? Oh, try to do a short video sandwich? That doesn't make sense. You panini press that son of a bitch. Dude, I used to have a short clip of you, Jason, where you're like, and you panini press that bitch when you're talking about leftovers. And then the other night I heard you on your live stream, literally word for word say the same thing. And I'm like, he knows what he's talking about. And you panini press that bitch. Oh boy. 23B greater than 24D. Who knows? Opposed to tinfoil. Hey, I'm not sure if you're fucking with me or not, but 4 dots after opposed to tinfoil? Opposed to tinfoil, ... doesn't help me in the least bit to understand aluminum foil, ... I'm more confused now than before. I'm so sure that it says aluminum foil on the box. Aluminium, if that's a problem. I don't think I've ever seen anything say tinfoil. I should infuse bourbon with ham. Ugh. No disrespect. That's right. Oh my gosh. This whole shit is out of order. I do want to retry 1. And no, I don't. I want. Can I tell you my problem? I do have a problem. My problem is this. I want. Let me make sure this is my favorite. I want to taste these two together. 1 and 4. If I can taste 1 and 4, and then if 3 and 2 and 5 are in order. Let's just do it. I want to make sure that 1 is my favorite because I'm pretty sure 1 is my favorite. But I want to taste it against 4, which is not my favorite, to verify that 1 is greater than 4 in ADHD Whiskey World. Okay, 4. Okay. I don't have to taste 1. I know what 1 tastes like, and 1. Okay. I have an order. Am I scared, Jason? A little bit. Because I don't know what any of these are. I thought I knew which ones were Buffalo Trace at first, but as the tasting went on, no clue. This is fun and interesting. Does anybody have the key still? 8 for lunch. Oh my gosh. Who has the key? There was a key earlier, and I don't know if I can find it at the top. It's probably not there anymore. Maybe. Oh, it might be there. Also, I have an issue with somebody in the whiskey community that I need to talk about. Crap. No, we're too far up. Damn it. Trying to find the key. Bespoke. Blanton's. Oh, there it is. My mom put it a long time ago. That's nice, Mom. Thank you very, very much. All right. So I got it here. Thank you, Mississippi Buckeye. I see that you put some stuff in there as well. All right. I found it. It's on the screen. All right. Let's do it. Jason, I am right there with you. I have no idea how this is going to play out. Last place was glass 5. Glass 5 is letter E. E. Holy shit. Okay. I want to say this before we go any further. But also, I could be wrong in the opposite direction. I think I thought E or 5. Was it last place 5? Yeah. Cherry all day, vanilla cream, super sweet noise. I loved it. I thought it was Stag Jr. I thought, just to let you know, my favorite of the bunch, which was glass 1, spoiler alert, I thought that was gonna be the Bland straight from the barrel. That was my guess. I thought Bland straight from the barrel is glass 1, and it's the winner. We're already so far wrong because it came in last place. Still though. In 4th place was glass 4, which is D. What's D? Woodford. Woodford batch proof was, that makes sense. What did I say D was? Was that 4? The most different, woody, leading to apples, caramel, and a long lingering finish. So D was Woodford batch proof. Okay, those were the two that I were most sure were in 4th and 5th place. The top 3 are pretty tough. The top 3 are pretty like close together. Interesting. So this almost went in order. So I labeled them A through E. I spun them up. I mixed them up. I put them in separate order. Then I numbered them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 randomly. But my order almost went in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only difference is my 3rd place is 2 and my 2nd place is 3. 3rd place is glass 2, which I said was brighter and bigger than glass 1, which was my favorite. A palate overload, pixie sticks, cotton candiness. I do recall getting some cotton candy on Jefferson's, on the barrel strength Jefferson's. which I really, really loved. We'll see if that comes to fruition here or not. But glass two honestly was initially 1 through 5. My first tasting, glass 2 was my highest score. Tasting things back and forth, some things changed. But initially, glass 2 was my highest score, but it's in third place now, and it is B. What's B? These are hard to read. They're like, hold on. It's like silver on top of copper, so it's really hard to read. B. What's B? Jefferson's Reserve. That makes sense. The cotton candy note that I got when I literally wrote a note 2 days ago. Jefferson's cask strength, nose, caramel corn tin, bubble tape, palate, Ric Flair's cotton candy, and cherry syrup. Woo! Oh boy, that's funny. So there are 2 left, and the Jefferson's cask strength, by the way, is really, really good. For like a $90 bottle, really, really good. DrumKey on a roll. What is that? So what were the 2 that are left? Stag 24A and DrumKey. Those are the only 2 that are left. If my brain's working properly, that means Stag 24A wins and DrumKey's in second, because I thought that my first place was straight from the barrel, which means that I thought it was Buffalo Trace. So in second place is glass 3, and in first place is glass 1. So second place is glass 3, and it is C. DrumKey, the debut, came in second place, and Stag 24A came in first place. Neck and neck, very close. So damn good, so close together. Like, I can't believe the straight from the barrel came up, like bringing up the friggin'. What on earth? I swear to goodness, we're paying. They wanted $200 for Blanton's Gold today at the store, and that's on the low end of shit that people be paying. DrumKey, the debut, phenomenal, tremendous, love it. In the running, it beat out straight from the barrel. It beat out Jefferson's cask strength. It beat out Woodford Batch Proof. It came into a close second with Stag 24A. But that's just it. That's what I say glass 2 smell like. Or no, glass 3. Initial notes, 3 was big flavor rush, as fruity as 1, but not as tropical. Big wow. Oh, and also, just so you know, I'm not messing with you. Look at. So these are my initial scores for the top 3. In focus, number 1, I gave an 8.7. Initially, glass 2, I gave a 9. And 3, I gave an 8.9. That means first tasting, I scored number 3 higher than number 1. But after retasting everything several times, shit changes, shit gets weird. But initial tasting, Glass C was a higher score. You know what? It's just the way it is. But DrumKey, the debut, performed tremendously well. It is ridiculously good. If you put it in a bottle of Buffalo Trace, if you put it in a Buffalo Trace bottle and sold it at the Sazerac booth, if you had people tasting it at the Sazerac booth, they'd be like, the hell is this? This is the best shit ever. I love it so much. Where do I get it? How much do I pay? It's in the same atmosphere as really tremendous Buffalo Trace bottles, but it's got a bit of a twist to it. It's so good. Jason, I'm so happy for you and so proud of you. I knew it would stand up well in this flight. I didn't know how it would place, but I knew that it was going to like make its mark, and it did. If I did this flight tomorrow, I'm pretty sure there'd be a different order. This was a really difficult flight. A lot of the same proof, a lot of the same different, or a lot of the same profiles, like a lot of the same notes that just came together in a flight like this. But narrowing it down and putting things like ahead of others for whatever reason they could be, shit gets weird when you're tasting 5 different cask strength whiskeys, and you kind of just have to make a judgment call. And making a judgment call, DrumKey came in second place, which is ridiculously good. Jason, you're the friggin' man. I know that anybody who buys this bottle will be like, shit, yeah, be friggin' bought a great bottle. Like, high fives all around. Slaps on the asses maybe are due, and that's just the way it works. Thank everybody for watching. This blind flight did a number on that and a number on my palate, but not quite the number on my palate the 25 days straight of blind whiskey videos will do, because that's about to happen in a day or two. 30 days have September, April, June, and November. That means that there's only 30 in November. Monday? Wait, what the hell? I need to shoot my friggin' Barrel King video. It's the 28th, 29th. Monday's the 1st. Oh my gosh. Today's Friday. I have to get all my shit together. Okay, listen. I haven't shot a single Advent video. 0 Advent videos. Look at. Zero. Shit's getting real. And I'm real scared I'm gonna mess this up again. Not again. Maybe for the first time. I gotta change the set around. I gotta get my mind right. We gotta get in the hallelujah spirit. This is gonna be a big deal. On Monday it starts. So that means I need to shoot the Barrel King video, including the DrumKey release, the Barrel King was at batch 121 fantasy. Then I have to shoot day 1 for Monday for the Advent. Holy shit, that snuck up fast. Good grief. Get it together? I don't got this. I've never had this a second in my life. It's always an issue. Slap some, what did you say? Slap some glitter in your face and keep the camera rolling. Let it go. Oh man. Get on him, Adam, and adventure 25 days. Let's go. Opening and waiting. No sleep till BK. No sleep till Barrel King. Whiskey Night TV, you guys are awesome. Master says, all big whiskeys, that's a rough flight. Stuff starts melting. Oh, it does for sure. It started melding right away. Right away, it started melding. And if I did the stag, if I did that stag blind just directly next to the Green River, the debut, I think that it'd probably be unfair because I probably would be able to determine which one is which just based off of the profile. But shit gets melding together, and yeah, I mean when a flight's this big, but let it be known, friggin', I've put some of my like blends in big flights and it's done really well. But I've never had the balls to do this with a blend of mine in like a 5-pour flight. I had the balls to do Jason's blend because I know that Jason's blend's friggin' a rock star and it'd probably win the majority of the time. But I wanted to put it next to some things that are really, really damn good that I really, really like, and just to see if it's in the same realm. And not only is it in the same realm, but it's in the upper tier of that realm. So Jason, you're the shit, and I freaking love it. You're the best, dude. World's Worst Bourbon Channel. Franchi says, another plane, another train, another blend in the brain. One thing we know for sure, you have the balls. That's right. I try to for sure. Love you guys so much. Next couple days, I would say look out for the Barrel King video for December. And then I have to flip this set upside down and on its face and make it not a disgrace. I need to make this thing Santa worthy. And I'm up to the challenge. So there might be one more video looking like this, or maybe the Barrel King December video will look like Advent. Who's to say? Who's to say? I'm out of here. Love you guys so much. Jason, your blend is the shit. I hope that everybody who gets a bottle understands that they're getting some just ridiculously good whiskey before they even get it. And when they get it, they'll be reassured that, I mean, it's stupid good. And I literally, I'm like, what do I do for a stream tonight? I didn't know what to do because Cameron's samples didn't arrive. So I looked around and I'm like, I could do this, I could do that. Oh my God. How good is DrumKey? It's really good. It's really good. And I was right. So see you all in a couple days. Love you very much. I'm out of here. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. Look, I always say keep right the clouds of your mind on taking somebody else's work and putting it up against work of the big boys. Jason literally defeated a bunch of gigantic boys. And he was like, fuck your mother at the same time. And he did it tremendously. See you all in a couple days. Advent about to start. And I'm terrified. Bless my heart. Love you all. Good night.